children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride. Make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadows. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, can't take away my dignity, because the greatest love of all is happening to me. Learning to love yourself, it's the greatest love of all. The greatest love of all. It's easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself, it is the greatest love of all. And if by chance that special place that you've been dreaming of leads you to a lonely place, find your strength and love, and love. Alright, now I'm really playing around. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Sir, House of Jazz. And I'm back with a classic, a Whitney Houston classic, originally recorded by George Benson sometime during the 70s, but re-recorded and made into a blockbuster hit by our dearly departed Whitney Houston sometime in the early to mid 80s with that gorgeous voice of hers. The greatest love of all, man. This tutorial is sponsored by SU Band 11 or 11, SUBAND 11. Once again, my man's been just shooting out donations and getting some nice songs, and he requested this one, and I was like, this may be the very first tutorial that has been requested for me to do that I've actually played the song before. I've played this at my job a couple of years ago. I work at an elementary/middle school. But it's been a few years since I played it, so I still had to freshen up before the first time. I'm like, wow, this is finally a song that I actually know for the most part. I still need to, I just needed to get the chords in front of me and be like, I could do this one. So, alright, so let's start with the introduction. Oh, by the way, it's in the key of A major. A major has 3 sharps. F sharp, G sharp. Well, F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. I like to say them in the order of sharps. F, C, G. So your A major scale, A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. Okay? Key of A. Now, we're going to start with the introduction when it just goes. I'm doing it a much easy way to make it sound like you know what you're doing. So with the right hand, the melody I'm playing is da 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 da. Okay, that's what my right hand is doing. Octaves, okay? So every letter that I call, I'm playing it as an octave, and I'm like in the higher register. I mean, if you want to go, but usually, you know, when you at the beginning of a song, you want to go real high, like. So you pick which octave you want to be in, but for the sake of the way my camera is set, if I try to go up here, you can't see what I'm doing. So I'm just playing this. Feel free to play the octave higher, okay? If you really want to go. You know what I'm saying? This is an 88 key keyboard, but the way I got the camera, I got it set on these keys because I pretty much can play any song. Maybe without, I can't do all the extra embellishments, but I can play the basic song with just this part of the piano, and that's how I got the camera set. Y'all know all about that. So let's go. Okay. Octaves, I'm playing A, G sharp, F sharp, E, D. Okay, those are, I'm playing them as octaves. After that, I start playing chords, okay? But again, that's A, G sharp, F sharp, E, D. That's what I'm playing as the melody. Da, 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 da. Now the first chord I do, oh no, let me not show you that because I gotta show you what I'm doing on the left hand. Now, I play nothing when I play the first note. When I play the A, my left hand plays no note. Okay? When I move to the G sharp with my right hand, my left hand starts on E. Right? I move my right hand down to F sharp, letting the E sustain. And then I go to D. And I'm not doing that. I'm just doing D octave on the left hand while I'm doing E octave on the right hand. And then I move that one finger out the way so you can get that. That's all I'm doing. So I'm doing E, D, just like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I'm doing on the left hand. Then 1, 2. Okay, that's what I'm doing. Slowly again. And then move the hand out the way to keep that octave going. If you play it a certain way, your hand won't be in the way anyway. You can do like, if you do it that way. See what I'm saying? If you spread out your octave, your hand won't even be in the way. So it's up to you which octave you want to play. Once you finish with that little melodic, that little melody, the first chord you land on is a, right? It is C sharp minor, right? Yeah, C sharp minor 7. And the way I'm playing it is, well, it's flat dad on the left hand, but technically you gotta call it C sharp minor 7. So C sharp, G sharp, C sharp, or just think of it as flat dad. Okay, on your right hand, G sharp, B as in boy, E. Okay, so da 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 da, and then, and all I do is just break that chord up like da 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 da, starting with this C sharp, da 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 da, and then I just move to, okay, yeah. Now this is an F sharp minor 7. F sharp, C sharp on the left hand. On the right hand, F sharp, A, C sharp, E. Okay? Hope you should be able to see it better when I do it that way. F sharp, A, C sharp, E. And then I go to a B minor 7. So that's B on the left hand. You can add the F sharp in the middle. It's not too much when you're playing the octave higher. And on the right hand, A, B, D, F sharp. And you do those cycle of chords 3 different times. So I'm including the melodic line. You're going to do that 3 times. Okay, so it's da 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 da. Then B minor. That's one time. Da 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 da. B minor 7. And the third time. Da. Then you got B minor 7. And the only chord that you add, so you play that 3 times, and then you're going to add D over E. Sorry, that's not D over E. There you go. D over E. Just add this chord after the 3rd time. E, B, E on the left hand, F sharp, A, D. That's a first inversion D major on the right hand. So that's D major over E. Okay, so that whole thing again. So that's the first time. Third time. D over E. Okay. And now we're going to move to the verse. The verse, you can jump down to an A major chord. I'm trying to decide which one sounds better. I believe that I think I'm going to do root position. I'm going to do the root position A major. So you got double A on the left hand and A, C sharp, E on your right hand. I believe. Now here's the good part about these next chords. You only got to move your one finger. You're going to start with I believe that. You're going to take the E, move to an F. Keep the first 2 notes the same. Then move this to F sharp. And then move F sharp to G. That's what you're doing. And you're keeping A in the bass. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. That's all you're doing. You start on your A major root position and you move this E up a half step every time. Half step up, half step up, half step up. Okay, and the name of those chords, that's A major, A augmented, A6, A dominant 7. Once you get to the A6 chord, you can add the E back in there if you want to. And then for the A dominant 7, you can add the E in there if you want to. You know what I'm saying? If you just want to make it feel a little bit fuller, you gotta... Now leave the E out when you do this, because it's not going to sound right. But when you move up there, if you want to bring the E back in there, you can. But if you don't bring the E in there, that's fine too. This is without bringing the E back. Sorry. Believe the children of our future. Teach them well and love them. Okay. So now the next set of chords work the same way. You're going to go on D major. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. This time I'm using a D major, second inversion. So I got dad on the left hand, okay? Alright, so that you're going to keep that. You're going to keep the dad on the left hand. And on this hand, you're going to start like this. And you take this note up, move it up one more time. Now don't take it here, go back down a half step. When you're on the D, okay? When you're on that D major. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Take it back down. Okay, so with the A major chord, you just keep going up. Keep going up. Now on the D major chord, show them all the beauty they possess inside. Take it back down. Give them a... Okay. The name of those D chords, D major, D augmented, D6, D augmented. That's the name of those chords, okay? Now after you play that, you're going to go to C sharp minor 7. Give them a sense. So you got flat dad on your right hand, although in theory we're supposed to call it C sharp. So C sharp, G sharp, C sharp left hand. right hand, G sharp, B as in boy, E. Okay? So it's alright. I was trying to think what part of the song these chords were. Okay, give them a sense. So that's the C sharp minor 7, and the next one of pride. That's a F sharp minor 7. I'm like, which words am I on? So that's F sharp, C sharp, F sharp on your left hand, and you can do A major on your right hand. A, C sharp, E. All together, that's a F sharp minor 7. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Now we played this B minor 7 chord in the intro, so B on the left hand, A, B, D, F sharp on the right hand. And then all you're going to do after you play that, well, your next chord is going to be a E dominant 7 chord. Okay. Okay. E, B, E on the left hand, G sharp, B, and that's what's making it the dominant 7. You putting the D right there, okay? Okay. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children. Now when you play that E dominant 7 chord, go ahead on and leave your right hand the same and just move your left hand down to D. You don't even necessarily have to play that A. It might be too much. It depends on if it sounds too bassy, take it out. So you go on, let the children's, you know what I'm saying? And then go back to the C minor 7 again. Laughter. Then B minor 7 again. Minus how we. And just like we did on the intro, we're going to do D over E. Used to be. Okay, right? D over E. E, B, E. Left hand, A, D, F sharp. D over E. And then you repeat it from again. I've been plenty searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. Never thought I'd fulfill my needs. A lonely place to be. So I learned to depend. Then go to D over E on me. Then you're going to go to I decided long ago that to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed. Okay. I'll just call this part the pre-chorus. So you got the verse. You play the verses twice. When you play the verse the second time, you're going, when you get to the C sharp minor 7, F sharp minor 7, B minor 7. When you played the verse the first time, you went to an E7 chord. But when you're doing the verse the second time, you go straight to the D over E chord. Don't play that E7 chord. So everybody's searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. Never thought I'd reveal my needs. Lonely place to be. So I learned to go straight to D over E. Last when you did it on the first verse, you went here. You went here. But you're not going to do that E dominant 7. You're just going to go straight to the D over E. That's the second time you sing that verse. That's the only difference. Just omit the E7, go straight to the D over E. Everybody, I decided long ago. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadows. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm getting ready to call out 4 chords. you're going to play these 4 chords every single time while you're in this pre-course. The first one, you can just play it as a regular D major, but add the E. Okay, so D, F sharp, A on the right hand. You can do D on the left hand. You can do D, A, D. But add the E. Add that sound. Add that, the ninth, the second, or however you want to call it. I decided long. Your next chord is going to be A over C sharp. So you have flat dad on your left hand, which should, but in theory is called C sharp, G sharp, C sharp. Right hand, C sharp, E, A. And so is, I decided long ago never to walk. This is B minor 7. B on the left hand. You can add the F sharp if you want. And then on the right hand, A, B, D, F sharp. Never to walk. And then you're going to keep the right hand the same. Keep your B minor 7, but put it over E. Anyone shadows. And then you're going to play those chords again. If the D with the E, the D major adding the E. If I feel, that's A over C sharp. At least I live as I put it over E. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity. Okay? So you're going to play that 3 times. And then keeping your left hand on the E, your right hand is going to go, then you're going to go to that part. So what you got is, while your E hand is sustaining on E, your first 2 notes are C sharp and A, right? Then move down to B, G sharp, then move down to A, F sharp, okay? The greatest. Alright, keeping the E on the left hand. Da, da, da. You got that? Da, da, da. And then you're going to go down to, now this is the chorus. This is the chorus. Greatest love of all, it's happening to me. So you're going to play these chords. You're going to play it exactly the same way I call it out 2 times, and on the 3rd time you're just going to change one of the chords. So you got because the C sharp minor 7, C sharp, G sharp, C sharp, or flat dad on your left hand, and then G sharp, B, E on the right hand. Great. F sharp minor 7, F sharp, C sharp, F sharp left hand, A, C, E right hand. Love of all, B minor 7. All these are chords we played already, but I'll call them out again. B, F sharp on the left hand, A, B, D, F sharp. It's happy. Now this is your E dominant 7 chord. E, B, E left hand, G sharp, B, D, happening. Now you're keeping the right hand on the same notes. You're taking the left hand, moving it down to D. You can choose whether you want to put that A in there or not. Happening to. And then you're going to play those same chords again. C sharp minor 7, F sharp minor 7, B minor 7, E dominant 7, over D, then C sharp minor 7, F sharp minor 7, love of, and that's the B minor side, B minor 7, I'm sorry, and then you're going to do D over E again. Well, let's do it. No, we're going to do it that way. D over E. E, B, E, left hand, A, D, F sharp. Side of me. Now you're going to go to this A, and you're just going to play the bass note. You're going to go, and then your right hand is going to go, right? Am I correct? Yeah, that's that. Yeah, we're at that part. We're going, you go, love. You don't have to drag it out like that. If you want to, you can drag it out. But okay, so you're going, there we go. So your right hand is going to go, this is, you're standing on A the whole time on these chords. So A, double A, okay? And then you're going to go, this is a C sharp diminished chord, but it's first inversion, right? Is that right? I take that back. This is the D major second inversion. That's first. I'm sitting here like, this is not C sharp. Okay, yeah. D major second inversion. That's F sharp, A, D. And then you're going to go to your C sharp diminished chord, which is in root position, looks like this. Just take that C sharp and play it over here. Okay, so that's E, G, C sharp, great, and then G major chord, second inversion. I mean, putting the D on the left hand. D, not left hand, but that's the first note, is what I'm saying, of how you playing the chord. D, then you got your G, B. Usually your D would be right there, but when you take the fifth and put it as the first note, it becomes second inversion. So that's the greatest, you get it? With the A, the greatest, okay? The greatest. And then after you do that, you're going to go to love of all. It's easy to achieve, okay? So after you do that, your first chord you land on, so you're going, the greatest. That first chord is an F sharp minor 7 again. F sharp, C sharp, F sharp on the left hand, A major on the right hand, A, C sharp, E. And then you're going to go to B minor 7. All these chords I've called out already. B, F sharp, B, or you can do B, F sharp right there. Depending, you can do what you want to do on your left hand. You can do it that way, or you can do it this way. Right hand is A, B, D, F sharp. Now here's a new chord I'm calling out for this song. E minor 9. E, B, E left hand. G, B as in boy, D as in door, F sharp on the right hand. And then you're going to do an A dominant 7, and I'm doing it in this inversion, but you can do it this way. Okay, I like doing it in this inversion. A on the left hand, you can add the E if you want. And then on the right hand, you got G, A, C sharp, E. That's A dominant 7. If you choose to take this G and play it up here, it still works. It's still an A dominant 7 chord. It's just in root position, that's all. And then once you get to the A dominant 7 chord, you're just going to put it over G. Okay, so you play it over the A and then move down to G. And then play those cycle of chords again. So we got the greatest love, F sharp minor 7, B minor 7, E minor 7, A dominant 7, move it over G, then F sharp minor 7, B minor 7, E minor 9, A dominant 7, over G, F sharp minor 7, B minor 7, E minor 7, and then you switch it by doing G over A. Okay, so that's A on the left hand, G, B, D on the right hand. And then you're going to go to D major. Dad on the left hand. A, D, F sharp. And then what they do is they go right back to the beginning of the song, not the intro, but the verse. And it goes all the way back down. She even sings the verse the same way. I believe the children are future. So everything, every chord that I just showed you up to now, go back to the verse and work your way right on back down. And you don't have to play the verse twice the second time. When you did the song in the beginning, you had to play the verse 2 different times. But when you go back from getting to almost the end of the song and you go back, just play the verse one time. Just play those sets of chords. One time, go straight to the pre-chorus. Go into the chorus. And everything that I just played, even when you do the love, all of that, okay? After you play all that, she goes to what I'm calling a special ending. I don't know what you want to call this song, but I'm calling this part. But it's a special ending, and she'll go, and if by chance that special place that you've been dreaming of leads you to a lonely place, find your strength and love. That's the section I'm going to now, okay? So, and this will be the end of the song. So this special ending, if you purchase the chord sheet, you'll see at the bottom where it says special ending. Don't really know what to call this part with a little smiley face, but the lyrics begin with, and if by chance that special place, just so that you know where I am, okay? So after you play all that stuff, you're going to go to E, dominant 7 chord, E, B, E on the left hand, G sharp, B, D on the right hand, and if by, put it over D, chance, so put it over D. All I did was just move the left hand down to D, chance that, and I'm not going to call out these chords because I've called them out before. Spell them out. I'll just call them out. C sharp minor 7. So plays F sharp minor 7. Then B minor 7. That. And then you got the E dominant 7. Put it over D. And then C sharp minor 7. F sharp minor 7. B minor 7, then the E dominant 7 over D, C sharp minor 7, plays F sharp minor 7, find, this is B minor 7, now this time you do D over E, play, so that's find your place, that's D over E, place, and then your little chord progression, love. So you're going to do your D chord, adding the E. So that's love, D, A, D on the left hand, D, E, F sharp, A on the right hand, love, and then do A over C sharp. That's flat that on the left hand, C sharp, E, A, and then B minor 7, put it over E, and then the last chord is the key of the song, the tonic, A major. And if you want to make it sound real nice at the end, learn all the different inversions of the key of the A major chord. All that was A major. First inversion, take the A, put it over here. Okay, now take the C sharp, play it over here. Take this E, back to root position again. So, and just keep doing it. until you're happy with it. Until you're happy. So that's all I'm doing is just take the A and move it over to the next A. Take this bottom note, move it over to the next note. Take this E, move it over. Take the A, move it back over. C sharp, E. Okay. That's your song, man. The Greatest Love of All, Whitney Houston. Chord sheet if you want just a Word document of it. $2 donation through the PayPal. The link is in the description. If you would like a Word document and a PDF version of it, just simply send $3 using the same PayPal link in the description. If you would like to request a song, you can send your donation for that request using the same PayPal donation. And if you would like to sign up to be a Patreon for this page, the link for Patreon will be down in the description also. Alright, y'all. So that's just one of many songs I got to get done. So I'll see y'all later. Peace.